Team ban.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Day 2 of the Starladder I-League Season 13 LAN Finals. We've got a draft underway. Let's see if we can actually show it. It's Spirit taking on Fnatic. Best of one.
Remaining.
I'm LD. I am joined here by Mr. Winter. Winter, how you doing, buddy?
I am very well, my friend. Very, very well. I had a good breakfast. I was late.
What'd you eat?
The only thing I had was the turkey breast plus corn and cucumber plus tomatoes.
Seems good.
Healthy breakfast.
For a healthy man. There you go. All right, so we're underway, guys. It's Spirit versus Fnatic. Both teams are 1 and 2 here in Group A, and he called it the Group of Death. Do you still agree with that assessment, Winter, or do you think it's pretty even to Group B?
Maybe a little bit harder, I think. Slightly more difficult. Like Group B is also really difficult, but this group is, I mean, people would say more tier 1 teams in it. But I still think both groups are difficult. Like it's BO1, you know, it's going to be difficult.
Are you saying that Navi and Alliance are tier 1 teams?
You're trying to throw me on the bus, you know? Screw you.
I just want to get you on the record flaming someone, and then Bulldog's going to put you in a headlock and beat you up afterwards.
Dude, we are in the same room, so...
Oh. Apple pride. Alright, here we go. Fnatic grab the Chen. And Spirit, of course, known for bringing some push cheese into this patch in the early days. We've seen the Exhort Invoker, the Lycan. They've run the Chen. This is definitely a team, the Treant Protector and Abaddon as well, that has shown a favorite or desire to push early. And they're going to grab the Invoker. Been a go-to for them, and there's the tree. So, it's kind of their stock and standard openings.
Iceberg Invoker.
Are you a fan?
Yeah, I saw some of his games. It was really good. And the Conquer ban also something that Fnatic likes to play. I mean, a lot of the C teams like to Conquer as a support position. It's a very greedy pick, but very strong at defending pushes. So you could tell that Team Spirit understands that what Fnatic like to do when they are faced against pushing type of lineups. So they're trying to remove supports that can teamfight very well. And they are going for the Treant against the Chen. I think early game the armor is quite alright. When Chen is trying to gank your lanes and you have the armor to actually help a mid laner without having to be there. That's a good advantage of the Treant Protector in this sort of game.
Definitely is. Now, Godblack has been known to go for a bit of a jungle tree, get that early Iron Talon, and it's a nice benefit of the hero. He doesn't really need it in the lane.
Do you actually like that?
Oh, I don't know if I like it, but it's something that Godblack has done. Decent success. You need strong lanes to get away with it, though.
Yeah. Because I think that the reason why it worked the last time out, because people weren't expecting it. So if people were expecting and they know what you're doing, you might actually get punished for it.
What do you prefer? Like the roaming tree, boots first, leech seed, go around and hit people?
I mean, just like the standard stuff, like maybe even helping the offlaner, you know, just be in the offlane, just standing right there, making sure the offlane can farm and get experience safely.
Batrider is banned out by Fnatic. One of the best, two of the best heroes to deal with TA, probably in terms of damage over time. Ember, as well as Bat.
I don't really remember seeing any recent. Maybe they played Batrider a lot.
It doesn't. I mean, Bat can work with these push strats if Spirit want to go for it. I'm surprised they wouldn't ban something more like the Lycan, which has been a go-to hero.
I think Lycan would also be a really good ban, like you mentioned. But
what else is there? Oh, Lone Druid. Lone Druid's been ignored. I don't think Spirit run it a whole lot.
Not sure. I'm not very sure, but I know most of the European teams, they do run Lone Druid, and I think that it's a very, very strong hero in the meta right now. Thanks to his new spell. The OP spell. Like, everyone has the OP spell.
Savage Roar!
Death Prophet has Siphon Spirit and, you know...
The quick spin grab. Well, this is the TA counter maybe with the war cry. To some extent.
I mean, I wouldn't consider it a counter, but...
Soft counter.
It's a way to deal with it. So would you consider Melodic a counter to TA because it burns the refraction?
No, that's not a good analogy. Come on, Winter. But they go back for the Witch Doctor, so more heal, potentially, and more damage over time for the TA with the Maledict.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fine. There are better options if you just want to counter refraction.
I mean, it's just strong lanes and teamfight, you know, Overgrowth plus Death Ward. It's one of the good combos with Death Ward and the Overgrowth. I think the other one that I prefer is Overgrowth plus Supernova. That's probably my favorite.
Man, look at this. This is speed drafting. hardly any reserve time used. What is that?
I mean,
30 seconds in total?
both teams already have a plan what they want to
To be
do.
fair, we were pretty late to get into this one, so the teams are ready.
10 seconds remaining.
Master is an offlaner that Ohio plays a lot, and it's really good versus the Sven. I think we saw this in Alliance versus, can't remember who they played against. Like Loda couldn't do anything the whole fight because there was it's actually against Spirit. Alliance versus Spirit yesterday.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
There's some. Wow, that was quick. So Enchantress is the off lane. Living Armor. I think we saw this from EG in the last patch. Maybe the patch before that. Like Enchantress plus Living Armor is like impossible to deal with.
And you look at Fnatic, most of their damage later on in the game will be the TA. And TA, yeah, you've got a little bit of attack speed from that inner Beastara, but it's not enough to deal with
10
Untouchable.
seconds remaining.
You know,
Till you get the BKB.
till that point, and TAs don't
5
usually like to get
seconds
BKB early.
Why not?
So let's see what Fnatic go for, as it should be Mushi's
Reserve
hero at the safe lane right now. I don't think he'll be playing the TA. It should be me though, I'm playing the TA, according to their new roles.
Probably not an anti-mage this.
They need something fast-paced and maybe damage over time. There's no gyro and
No
Juggernaut.
Jug or Gyro. What's left?
Ursa sucks versus their heroes, I think. I don't really like Ursa versus Trion.
Hmm.
I know he likes to play Ursa. Phantom Lancer,
PL's not bad.
yeah, not bad, but
It might take too long to come online
Yeah.
though, because you know Spirit are going to be looking for a lot of up-tempo play in the mid-game. Well,
damage over time for the Living Armor.
that was not expected, but it is nuke damage versus Enchantress.
Yeah, this is a good pick. This is a good pick. I was actually thinking that they need something very fast-paced, so Lashrock would fit that criteria. Fast-paced breaks the Living Armor, and you can pressure the Enchantress lane, even with the Living Armor, because you can go for. I'm not sure if he will go for the Edict build early, just to deal with that.
You can make an argument for it, certainly.
'Cause usually the way he plays is actually he does get Edict because he wants to be able to push a tower. Because I remember
You don't
when
have to max it.
No, I remember
necessarily.
when I was playing against him, he actually just did 1 level stun, and but we didn't have Living Armor, or stuff like that.
Mhm.
He just wanted to push down the tower. As
You
soon as
definitely need at
possible.
least 1 point just to deal with the
10
living armor.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, this game. Or at least.
Spirit gonna snap up their heroes now. It will be the
5 seconds
Ramses
remaining.
Sven. There's a lot of control for Sven this game. Not gonna be easy by any means.
This is something Mushi likes a lot, like to have a safe lane that's so strong that the offlaner can't really come over. Bane plus Lash. Once you get caught, there's a very high chance that you're just gonna die to the follow-up. Like sleep, bit off, and Edict, you're just dead. So I think Enchantress in this lane might actually have to be really careful. I'm thinking that whether you should actually just get a point in enchant early, try to find a useful creep to help in the lane, because usually you don't see that because the lanes are always good for the Enchantress, but this lane might actually be troublesome for Enchantress. So he might be actually thinking, maybe I have to get the creeps to secure my lane. If I have a good creep, I just put the creep in the lane. I keep enchanting to refresh the timer, so I have that creep in the lane to actually help me survive.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a good creep, of course.
And you'll be happy to have the bonus HP as well. It'll be nice.
Even the mana burn though, like you can use it to just mana burn the Lash, or like those are the creeps that could also be useful for the Enchantress in the lane.
And it's always easy in the offlane now with the new jungle. Like you'll always have the camp to go back to safely, so you don't even have to take a risk walking into their woods.
In fact, anything that he gets would be helpful. Even the Wildwing Reaper, or any, like, you can harass the support. So
Well, scouting Sunstrike here. Courier tries to tank it. Get underway. It is our opening match here on Stream 2, guys. 6 games scheduled for each stream, and then potentially tiebreakers. We'll talk more about that if it becomes relevant. But for now, both of these teams wanted to definitely need a win. A loss here puts you in a position where you're going to have a very tough time advancing. So it is Ohio in the offlane. He's already TP top. Drops a ward. Ramses is going to show himself there. No real surprises as far as the lanes go for Spirit. And looking at Fnatic, everything very stock and standard. So this will not be a curveball game in terms of the lanes. It's going to come down to how the teams play them.
yeah, they were doing really aggressive lanes yesterday and didn't work out for them. But this time around, they have the TA versus Invoker, a very common hero that you pick against Invoker because TA is able to hold her own. Usually Invoker would struggle. Even with Living Armor, I think TA should still have the upper hand in terms of last hitting overall. So we'll see how much of a CS lead can the TA get against the Invoker. And looking at the offlane as well, it's gonna be interesting to see, like what I mentioned, how the Enchantress is gonna approach the lane. Whether you're gonna get 1 point in Enchant to get creeps, or just go for the standard untouchable plus heal build just to run into the lane.
Yeah, curious to see what the play is. And well, for Fnatic, bit of bad news here. They just missed on their first E-ward attempt.
The battle
Oh,
Afterlife.
that was rather unfortunate.
Yeah, he's gonna have
Here, the thing is like
easier time here.
The thing
in
is like
offlane.
usually when you place the ward as offlaner, you want to place it a little to the left so it gives you more vision. This ward is out of the range of the sentry, but it doesn't really see too much.
You can see this little patch right here as well as
Yeah,
this.
usually you want to see that patch. That's the common spot. Like you want to place it around like this area here.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a lot more. But hey, I guess it works. Get towards
Oh,
the
they have
D-ward.
the sentry, so they know what the Enchantress might want to do here. So Fnatic there. Very, very good at understanding that the Enchantress might go back to... He actually went back to the camp. He got Enchant.
It was hard.
Oh my god, this is so sad.
All right, get an ancient. Get an ancient Thunderhide. Let's go, Afterlife. Your
He's
Aghanim
gonna try to
Scepter.
just walk into the enemy jungle.
Oh wait. Yeah, and he's gonna get away with it too.
Let's see, look at the creeps. There's an Alpha Wolf here.
Is he just gonna go counter jungle?
Dude, there's 2 Alpha Wolf. Oh, he's gonna steal the Chan creeps.
Yeah, get that Satyr. You do you, Afterlife. Alright, let's see. Can DJ grab it back? 4 seconds. He's gonna take it right back. The Jungle
my
Wars have
God.
begun.
Go to sleep, they can kill him. They might actually want to sleep and go for him. Oh no, gotta go for him.
Alright, so do you just go back and steal his creep again?
You have to go back to your jungle, I think. At this point, you can't lane anymore, because once sleep, you're dead. From the Bane. So, Lashrak has Indic 1 for the 1 point in Edict, plus 1 in Split Off, so anytime the Enchantress gets caught by the Bane, like, she's a dead hero.
Yeah, and as much as she's good against physical
Wow, dude.
right clicks, she's only got 1 armor, so
Dude,
then...
get the Beastmaster skill build. He actually went level
Ohio
1.
going for it. He's got the axes here, just needs the vision. Oh, good juke, and the fairy
And the
fire.
War Cry as well.
And now they're going to turn it. It's a bait from Team Spirit Ohio. Got a little cocky here. The lead seed comes in. Has Tango's Oni. No salve.
Oh, he's
no
dead.
fairy fire. Buys the mango. Tries to run. The cast coming through. Look at him go back to the well. Team Spirit ending up on top here. And meanwhile, DJ looks like he wants to make a move on mid. Maybe
Oh, the
he'll just snipe the
courier?
courier.
The courier?
Donkey! Don't die! We need you!
has been killed.
And then turns back for the hero kill. Can he get Iceberg as well? No, not quite, but a lot of damage there. May be able to get the trade on the creep. Chantress even getting involved, and now pops the Alacrity. Micro! Oh, it disappears just in time. That was fortunate.
Oh, that was like one of the few situations where, you know, the difference between having a Penitence and Test of Faith. If you have Penitence, that they might be able to actually just run up and just try to slow him, and TA would be able to hit the Invoker there. Like, that's why you see some players going for Penitence at level 2.
Do you generally favor Penitence? It seems like you do from the few casts we've had.
Yeah, I like Penitence, because...
It's gotten buffed a lot, right?
Yeah, because my champ player in my team always says that he likes to get a Penitence. In most situations, he'll be more useful.
One chicken down.
One chick.
Donkey, to be exact. You know, that just shows how old we are. Whether that
No,
we still
how
call them
old
chicken.
you are? Come on, you stop dragging me down.
You're old too.
But,
You're the one who's gonna get married soon.
I'm younger than you, technically.
Well, I'm younger at heart. That's what counts.
Whatever, dude. But I wanted to talk about the Beastmaster skill build. He actually had Inner Beast at level 1. He was trading with the support, so that was something that I've never seen before on offlane Beastmaster.
Where's the Orb of Venom? I feel like if you're gonna go that build, you have to get an Orb of Venom.
He started with boots and he teed out to the lane to
he
place wards.
He missed with the creep steal. Popped the mango,
Just to do that.
and he missed. I was a sad Beastmaster.
I mean, he still has a lot of levels. Like, look at it. He died one time, but he's close to level 4 at 4 minutes. That's pretty good. You look at the Enchantress.
Definitely having a better time than Enchantress.
Look at the Enchantress.
And her 7 tangos. Not gonna save her if she ever gets slept. This is really rough for Afterlife.
I wonder why he actually had so many tangles. So like usually against this type of lane, you want to go more like stat heavy because you know one sleep and you're just...
Oh, speaking of which, hey buddy, how you doing? Sleep there, clap the phone up, they can get the Alpha Wolf right clicks in. Afterlife turns, he's gonna steal that tomato and turn it back the other way. The Living Armor comes into play. Godblack has been jungling, and it is a level 2 Living Armor. By the way, he has an Iron Talon Winter. Level 4 at 4 minutes. That is a beefy tree.
That is a greedy tree, I must say.
But Fnatic aren't punishing it. He's higher level than the Chen.
The trade-off is like the Enchantress is gonna have a really hard time, so because can't really help their
Dire's
Enchantress.
bottom tower is
There's
under
another
attack.
sleep, another...
He
No,
should be-
actually, clap not available.
Wait,
I think he...
what?
got-
Oh, he... No, that was his...
Oh, that's the Enchantress.
Oh, that was the
She stole
Enchantress. Okay, I was like, what?
There's two tomatoes. It's tomato on tomato action here in the bottom lane. Yeah, I was confused.
I
too.
was confused, like,
Dire's
wasn't that the
bottom
Chen
tower
cream? I'm like, what?
We haven't had our caffeine yet. See, if I managed to confuse you that easily, you too need caffeine.
I already had my energy bar. Come on, please.
What is that? What was in the energy bar anyway?
Protein. Quest nutrition bars.
Nom nom nom. Demon would be proud. So they keep the pressure going here. Fnatic in the bottom lane, 3 heroes grouped up. It is the Max Edict build, so Mushi fully committing to this. Already 3 points. Not a great hero at stopping the push. That Enchantress gonna get slept. Net just worms his way around the tree, but it looks like they wanted to try and bait this as Witch Doctor comes in. Goblin's gonna turn, but they're walking into the massive damage that Mushi brings to bear. DJ gets hit by the Sunstrike Tower, will kill him off. Mushi, though, diving for additional kills so far, 2 for 1, with Sven coming in hot. Warcry on cooldown, though, so not sure he can close the gap here.
Oh, that was really, really
And now
bad.
top lane abandoned, and the ping comes out immediately from the 10 saying, all is safe, Ohio. Enjoy your lane.
That was so bad for them.
Are they going to go, though? Godlike looking for the sneak around. The sleep, the stun, the pulse nova onto Ramsey's getting massacred here by the Leshrac. Barely able to walk away with his life. That is not a lane he wants to stay in. In fact, who wants to be in this lane at this point?
No one.
Dire's bottom
Iceberg
tower
has
is
Ghost
under
Walk,
attack.
and mid one will force him to invoke it.
He's actually doing pretty well though in terms of CS. I was talking about how TA can actually get an advantage in terms of early game CS versus Invoker, but it's not the case though.
Well, this build definitely helps mitigate it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. So you have more, like the Exalt build is definitely better.
He also may have gotten some living armor help. I didn't really see how many times it got used mid.
Yeah, that's right. Those small little things might have actually just tipped the lane in his favor, but usually you see TA having a
Not
big-
to mention Fairy Fire. Come on, man. Game winner. Plus 2 damage.
I mean, I can agree to that. I think it's a really good item for the lane.
This is just stupid. I miss actual jungle wars when the Enchantresses were also the supports.
Not anymore, you know.
Don't you miss that puppy versus Ake? Good old true El Clasico.
I just got promoted to offlane, dude. Haven't you got the newsletter?
What is it gonna take for the Holy Knight to get a promotion?
Go mid, you skill Penitence and Test of Fate, you go Dagon.
Dagon? Yeah.
Then you get a promotion.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You might get reported as well, but you know, these are the trade-offs in Dota 2.
I mean, if you win the game, you know, commend you.
So are you liking the casual point in Inner Beast overall? Do you think it's better than just going for the axes and
I don't know.
and call build?
Unless I try it out. Like, I can't say for sure what is better. Because I don't play Beastmaster that much. And usually the build is, you know, not like this. And we see it, a coconut bounce onto DJ at top.
Still not quite level 6 here. We're 8 minutes in. He has spent a lot of time looking to secure the lanes. Put the TA in a good position farm-wise.
Bottom lane Mushi's gonna be able to remove the tower, so this is really good. It prevents the Treant from being able to heal the tower to full again, so
Yeah, you never want to just chip at towers. You want to fully clear
yep,
them
this
out.
is a very important move for Fnatic, they're being able to remove both the towers at bottom.
Amuchi taking over the enemy jungle. Pulse Nova makes this easy, and so it will be a Bloodstone rush here. Point booster now picked up along with the Midas for the Invoker.
You know, I wonder if he is going to go for Aether Lens, you know, like, I think Aether Lens might actually be
On
really good.
Leshrac? Yeah, it seems like it would be really good. But
It doesn't,
well, he's not going lightning build though. Might make
doesn't
it
really
worse.
block too much of the spell damage. You know, I'm not sure, but the range seems like it might be useful for him.
Spirit are mostly pure damage and physical.
Yeah.
Sunstrike, Impetus.
But the thing is, like, the
Right-clicks.
8% damage off is really good on Lash, because he buffs all your spell, and it's so cheap. So you actually deal so much more damage. I'm not sure though, because I noticed that every Death Prophet has been doing that after yesterday.
Yeah, and it does on Death Prophet. It's like if you think about it, her biggest damage is her ultimate, but the item is just so good and so easy to build and so cheap that it's hard to find a hero where you just say it's
Yeah,
bad.
that's why I say it's a new Glimmer Cape. Buy it on everyone.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's even better than
You
Glimmer
know,
Cape.
I always complain.
More versatile.
I always complain to my team when I'm playing Tidehunter and I have to buy. Guys, I don't want to buy Mech. I want to buy Aether Lens. The build up is so good for the laning phase because you get
Mech
the.
I think Mech's been seen a lot less build
Yeah,
up
because
than
the
like,
build up is so good. You get the ring. Like, usually Tidehunter, you don't have any items that provide regeneration apart from ring. The small ring for the Mech, and I'm like, screw this. I want.
Ring of Regen.
I want the ring of
Yay.
health.
Then you get that plate or the chainmail, which you don't need, and you're like,
Yeah, and then sometimes, you know, alright, I have to build a bottle, you know. Then it's like, oh shit, bottle is not so useful.
Damn,
After
dude.
I still need arcane boots.
Mushi looks like a boss.
He's the boss. Haven't you heard what we call him? We call him Mushi
Mushi
boss.
Look at this. That's badass. What else we got going on here?
Can you stop getting distracted by cosmetics? I thought you were a serious person. I mean, not, yeah? Changing my opinion on you.
Is it in a good or a bad way?
Both. Good way is like, oh, I can make more jokes with Mr. Gorman. Bad way is like, oh my god, Mr. Gorman is not a serious Dota 2 caster anymore.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You like those allegations?
Everybody's allowed to have a little fun now and then. And we are paused, Winter, with not much going on at this stage.
There's a lot going on in the player's mind, I'm sure. But not our
Let's
minds.
get inside those minds. What do you got for me?
Let's keep taking towers, boys. If you're Fnatic. And Team Spirit, you need more levels on your heroes, especially. And first question that comes to my mind is, Invoker is he has a Midas, so their tempo is a bit slow, and it comes down to the point where how is Sven gonna build his hero? Because Enchantress tempo is already gone, because you don't do anything in the lane. Whether the Sven is gonna go for the greedy build, which is the Helm of Dom, or you wanna just go for the stat build to fight, because you know that you're in trouble right now. Those are the questions that you wanna ask yourself if you're Team Spirit. And for Fnatic, there's only one question in your mind. We do not wanna let the push stop. We wanna keep taking control of the map.
Yeah, Spirit gonna be a little while before they come into their own with the push. Invoker only just got his Midas. Sven has been doing really well in terms of the farm. 950 gold picked up on the Rogue Knight.
Dude, Rogue Knight? Are you serious?
Yeah, that's his nickname.
I guess
his name.
I guess I can't argue if I'm calling Wind Ranger Wind Runner.
Why does this not work, by the way? I have it bound to Y, but it doesn't. Man, Lumi ruined my hotkeys. Lumi's ruined everything.
Just a blamer, you know.
I don't know, man. Everything was working fine, and then he touched the computer, and everything went to shit. It's his fault.
You know, can't agree.
Can't agree.
Can't agree more. Okay.
All right, two little shard golems being cute here in the top lane as Fnatic they start to group up. We talked a lot about the Spirit push, but Fnatic's comes online a bit earlier with the Leshrac and the Chen. Already a bit of a death ball. See if Spirit are going to be able to contest this.
They don't have a stack for the TA. TA might be in trouble in mid lane right now. He gets stunned by the coconut bouncer.
Sunstrike walks right into it. Goes splat. Iceberg using fire to melt him down. Doesn't seem like the tool that an iceberg would resort to.
You know.
But today I learned something new as they engage. Sleep's going to start this one off onto Mushi. Gets off the stun. The Pulse Nova damage overwhelmingly high. Can't even tickle these Fnatic heroes on the other side. Now the roar into Afterlife. Ramses is going to join the fight. He gets the two heroes done off. But Mushi doing too much work with the Pulse Nova. They just can't deal with the Leshrac at this stage, and nobody's trying to focus him down aside from Afterlife. But he's kind of pathetic in the damage department. And next to fall will be the Witch Doctor. Could even be Godblack looking for the leech seed on DJ. Should be able to get him with one more club, but it may come at the cost of his own life, which would make it a 4-hero takedown. Mushi was hoping to make it 5 with Afterlife. Net trying to wiggle his way into position here for the Sleep. Godblack just has mana for the TB, but the Sleep finds him. Net, and that's before the Aether Lens comes out this game. They'll try to set up. 4 slows him down, tanks the nuke, the Hadouken, and Godblack 2 will fall. That makes it 4 down for Team Spirit.
The Lash is just way
The
too
Lesh is just wrecking
strong.
them.
He's way too strong right now, and Sven is going for the Helm of Dom build, most likely, with the Helm of Iron Real purchase, so it's gonna put their tempo really slow for Team Spirit, because Enchantress had a bad early laning phase, so there's gonna be a time period from now on until they get more items that they can't really fight the Lash.
And this is your hard carry, Sven. He's maxing Cleave first, not the Stormbolt, so his actual damage output.
Without BKB, he can't touch Mushi at all.
Mushi knows it. He wants to fight early and often. Pause from Fnatic here.
You know, I wonder if he's actually going to stop for the use build. Like, the use could also be very...
Invoker? Oh, you mean for Mushi?
For Mushi, yeah, so that he is able actually to play much more aggressive, and you can remove the living armor. So I don't know, maybe it might be a good item for him this game as well. But you know, finishing the Bloodstone as early as possible is, you know, it's always really tempting to get that like very like 30-40 minutes Bloodstone on Lash. It's very good for speeding up your farm. I will see.
It does feel like Fnatic should be looking to push their advantage, though. Seeing these spirit item selections, the Midas, the Dominator.
They can't contest anything.
Even the tree now grabbing the Ogre Club, so it seems quite likely Goblak rushing towards like an Aghanim Scepter, potentially. We've seen him do it a couple times on the tree. You gotta punish them now. If you let Spirit farm, it's gonna get scary.
It's like when you're looking at the map right now, all these towers, they are all Fnatics to take at this point. There's no way Team Spirit can actually contest at all. Like, unless they somehow stun with the Sven and they burst someone down with like the meatball. It's the only way I can see them like taking someone out immediately and winning the fight. But it's gonna be really hard with the Chen around. And it's just much easier for Fnatic because they have the Hawk to give them vision, so they will know that your positioning of your heroes to assess the situation. And they have traps as well, so they have a lot of tools to scout out the map.
And maintain their map control.
Yeah, so it's going to be very hard for Team Spirit actually.
And Team Spirit aren't that mobile. If you look at these heroes, like they don't have an anti-mage, an Ember.
You know what they can do?
A Slark.
A Witch Doctor. Channeling Deathward. Sounds like a good plan. Okay, you don't like the plan. Okay, I feel.
But they're building a Necro 3, and he's already got Dust on Beastmaster, so it sounds cute. I'm not sure it'll be very effective this game. You were so excited, but sorry. Killing your hopes and dreams, Winter.
Dude, I'm trying to figure out how is it possible for them to take a fight now, but conclusion...
I mean, if they get an overgrowth on everyone with Sven Cleave, even then, I still don't think they can take the fight. Like, Sven will just die to the Leshrac.
Dude, they have Mech and Hand of God.
Yeah.
Mech is like...
I think they just can't take fights. They have to split push, they have to go for pickoffs.
What is this Enchantress gonna do now? Like, this is like a non-factor, this is like a creep.
Imagine if this was, I don't know, even like a Clockwork or something, just a hero that could threaten an initiation of some kind.
Yeah, they just didn't expect his early game to be that bad. When you pick Enchantress, you expect to own the lane, like to do well in the laning phase. It's just like you pick Clockwork or you pick Darkseid, you expect the hero to get a lot done in the early laning phase. But when something like this happens, it defeats the purpose of being an offlaner like that. It's so sad right now as the Enchantress. You know, I think the moment of sadness. Moment of sadness began when he walked at minute 30 seconds, 0:30 seconds. He walked to the camp. He skilled enchant, and there was no creeps.
And there was a sentry.
There's no creeps there. And
you know, Winter, if you look closely, you can see a tear forming in the corner of her eye. There. Tears of ultimate sorrow.
I see a tear forming at the end of your eye, out of laughter.
Poor Bambi.
So Bambi's item selections are usually Dragonlance, Aghanims. I wonder how far can she get this game?
Dragonlance has a really easy build up, so hopefully she can at least get that at a reasonable clip.
When you get Dragonlance, Aghanims, Master of Madness, you're like, oh yeah, I'm carrying the team, baby!
Yeah, then you just kill everyone. But I don't think we're going to see that this big a game. And Fnatic, they know their advantage. They want to not only find the hero kills, but pressure these towers and just fully brute force them. And this is where Living Armor is not very effective when it's a full 5-man group up with a large creep army.
It's not even a 5-man group up. Look where Boss Mushi is.
Alright, that's actually a good point. He's hiding bottom.
Doesn't need him, you know.
But these creeps count as an extra hero, so I would say they have 6 heroes and 5 of them were mid. Technically I was right. They're trying to dive Mushi here. Not sure how effective this one will be. Already 1,000 health. In fact, he's just gonna take the tomato for himself. So Fnatic at this point, what's her all tier 1's down. Probably the Necro 2 coming out. Oh, not quite. Where do they go next?
Roshan.
Straight to Rosh. And always want to fly? Well, he'll reveal the smoke. But at the same time, with him dead,
such a casual, like a convenient casual pick up there. Then to the Roshan.
Now they're definitely not contesting without him as well.
Even with him alive, what can they do?
So it's just a freebie.
I mean, maybe with the Witch Doctor alive, you're just a bit worried about him placing the Death Ward in like somewhat like the high ground area, so you can't actually touch him.
Mushi trying to finish off Afterlife here in the bottom lane, just has the damage from the Pulse Nova. A little bit of extra regen, and elsewhere. Also going to find Ramses, who tried to walk towards the pit. It looks like they did want to contest. They get the meatball up on 2. A lot of nuke damage onto net. Will finish him off, but DJ forced to pop the ult a bit late on the reaction there.
Oh, he could
Probably
have.
could have saved him.
He could have. No, he could have brain sapped the Forge Spirit as well.
He also had mech. He didn't use.
They didn't realize he was like dropped because he got hit by the meatball and the sunstrike, so he got low very quickly.
Underestimated the damage a bit.
So the game is in total.
They
control.
still want to contest this. They could
How
just
are-
straight up lose the game here if
How are they going to contest this without the meatball? Deny that.
They have nothing right now, but they're going to try with the high ground death ward. Fnatic just laugh and it only tickles them. In fact, Goblak is busy just trying to hit wards here in the middle of this and creeps, and he is going to go down, popping the overgrowth, but no way he's going to make it out. Nature's guys doesn't have the mana for it. He will fall. Actually hasn't skilled it yet. Excuse me. That was the leap seed.
Alright, Dust.
And Iceberg will be next, it looks like. So the Invoker now down for the count. In trying to contest that Roshan, Team Spirit have dug a couple of extra feet for their grave. And now it's over a 7,000 gold lead.
It's like they wanted to go to the grave, you know, my friend. Why would they try to contest that?
That was very odd.
Like they...
And then then it didn't even seem like they really were contesting. Like Goblak was just hitting creeps. I'm not sure. Maybe the pauses threw them off their kilter.
That was the curse of the Iron Talon. When you get an item like Iron Talon, you want to kill creeps.
Yeah, but
I'm
not
serious.
there. Oh,
I'm
this
serious.
has to be so tilting if you're Spirit right now.
Right, so Fnatic, by winning this game, it keeps their... Because they had to win this game. Otherwise, if they can only lose one more game, right? And EG against EG is the harder game, so they have to win this game to keep their hopes alive. If they have one more loss, it's still possible for them to qualify.
Yeah, I mean, both of them can still qualify. Fnatic wins both, I think they're automatically in, I believe is how it would work.
Right.
Mathematically. But there could still be a three-way tie with teams 2 and 3.
This game looks to be more or less...
There's already a
Fnatic's
Deso
game.
up on the TA
Yeah.
with an Aegis. Look at this army. Team Spirit, they do have the meatball. That'll slow down the push a little bit.
Oh, there goes the creep.
But can they fully stop it? The Mud Golem just shrugs it off, keeps on marching forward. Invoker will manage to finish the job there. They still have the Aegis up a mid one, may end up having to use it. There's the stun, but a beautiful Nightmare dodge to turn this one around as Mushi struts up onto the high ground, gets blasted out by the Deafening Blast. Still always want to fly the Death Ward cancel. Mid one now getting in, nice close and personal there on the Witch Doctor. We'll finish him off for Fraction. Still going the Impetus, not doing any damage through this. DJ will fall. Team Spirit are holding for the time being. Fnatic are going to be forced to retreat. Scrambling back, the Beastmaster Necro book is now upgraded. They try to walk away. That did cost them a Witch Doctor buyback, but that's it. Mid one. He should make it out of here. Will the Bane be as lucky? Actually, maybe not. Cast comes through. Earn charge applied, and mid one. No, cracking that Aegis would be ever so sweet, and it looks like the Witch Doctor manages to get the job done. And over to the north net. Also in the trees, Deafening Blast is going to scout him out. He tries for the sleep. The stun comes through. Net sure to go down as well. Fnatic, it looked like such a big advantage, but it's collapsing. Always want to fly, though, is the trade as Mushi rejoins the fray. Bloodstone has been picked up. And we'll salvage this. Mid one?
He's trying to farm
Oh my god, is this actually happening? They have sentries. Goblak always prepared when he needs to be. Gets the lead seat off mid one. Gonna go down as well here. Fnatic just hemorrhaging kill after kill. And they did not get the racks. And guess what? There's living armor. That is not the whole fight recap. If we look at the graph,
That was...
they just threw about 4,000 gold
I
down
did not
the toilet.
expect Team Spirit to defend the racks, like honestly. What the heck happened there? They used the buyback on Witch Doctor, that's about it, right?
Really good meatball. They got a good death ward off. Buyback on the Witch Doctor, but he had already used death ward.
Mushi died like so quick. The Enchantress.
Mushi got it slept, and then it dodged the Stormbolt, and then they juggled off the sleep, and he ran in.
Yeah, then he ran in, he got hit a lot.
He overestimated
He got hit by the
how tanky he was.
He got hit by the Enchantress a lot, so he just took so much damage.
It seemed like he just overestimated how tanky he was.
That was so bad, so now Team Spirit, they have time to farm their stack. So Sven is going to be able to finish his BKB if he has another few minutes to farm. Yes.
And if he gets it, things get a lot trickier for Fnatic.
And TA was like farming after that when, you know, Bane died so near to...
That was really greedy.
Yeah, the Bane died so near to the place you're farming, so you kind of expect like them to might be nearby, so you wouldn't, usually in usual cases, you don't try to farm there. I don't know what happened, man.
They're gonna smoke though. Moving back in, but an Observer Ward scouts out the creep army, so you pretty much know the heroes are coming, but the creeps are over to the left side. Iceberg, Deafening Blast, beautifully placed. That might actually get him out of this one. The Grip goes and always want to fly instead, and Warcry used to secure Iceberg's retreat, but only losing the Witch Doctor instead of the Invoker. In the end, I think Team Spirit still happy enough with that result.
At least Iceberg didn't go down. That was the important one. He got out. Good deafening blast, like you mentioned. Fnatic is going to continue with their momentum.
Dire's top tower.
Scary though, because Goblak almost has an Aghanim
Radiant's
scepter.
bottom
Like you
tower
need
is
to,
under attack.
at least find some kills and objectives here
If
soon.
they can
you're
actually
Fnatic.
survive till Axe and BKB on the Sven,
It's gonna turn
this
really
is
hard.
going to be tough for Fnatic. I mean, they have a good lead, but you know, Aghanim's Trian, good luck.
I mean,
CJ.
their late game isn't bad, but I don't think it's gonna stack up to
Nah,
Spirit's.
it's not comparable to what Spirit have. They have, like, Enchantress is really strong late game.
And she already has the Dragonlance, by the way.
Trian, and like, you could argue that 5 of Team Spirit's heroes, all of them, heroes that can do well late game, if given enough items. All of their heroes will do a lot of damage.
And you look at the way Fnatic has been itemizing for the most part, just grabbing whatever they can right now to try and finish off the game quickly.
Yeah, they know they have to. Otherwise, yep. So Mushi has the
So
use.
one more Roche, I guess, and then you look to go? Or do you just go now?
They might try the pressure right now, because I don't think they should let them farm. The Roche is still quite a bit away, like quite a few minutes away, so they should try to do something now.
They're gonna walk their way up the cliff, and Fnatic making their move down the middle lane. Melee racks under siege, so to the ranged. Kind of splitting up the pressure here, though, not trying to focus one racks down cleanly.
Oh, there must be some serious problems in the booth, like there have been so many pauses here.
This PC restarted, alright. Well, that's definitely not intended.
Team Spirit wish they restarted the game, I guess.
I mean,
So they could play the game differently.
it's obviously frustrating for Fnatic, but I can only imagine for Spirit when, like, you lose a big fight and then there's just a random pause and you have to sit there and think about how bad the fight was. Now maybe it's not gonna trouble for both teams.
Yep, but it never always goes according to plan, you know?
It
So-
never always goes. I guess technically that works. That's grammatically correct.
So you have always to prepare for the worst. You're playing a tournament. Mouse breaks, keyboard is like malfunctioning. Monitor not 144 Hz, you know. You have to prepare for everything.
These look like the Eye of Sauron. Do you think Valve has permission to use that?
Which one?
The Eye of Sauron.
On Invoker?
This is copyrighted.
Copyrighted to who? Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings. Yeah. That looks literally, that is the Eye of Sauron.
This is the Eye of Sauron. Throne.
Throne?
Yeah, look at the throne.
No.
Yes, look at the throne. Look at that.
No, it's just a fire cloud. The Invoker's orbs, they're actually the Eye of Sauron. I don't know, man. I see a nice lawsuit here. Not that the Lord of the Rings creators need the money. Alright, go. Up the cliff, Fnatic engaging, but they are walking into the cast bounces here. We'll slow down, in fact, completely towards the bush. Range Rax immediately starts getting healed up by living armor, and that's going to be the concern for Fnatic, is these little chips aren't going to matter.
And by the way, Enchantress finishes her Dragonlance, so very useful in defending their base.
Hey, I already said that. You got to listen to me.
Sorry, I suck. I need my coffee.
I guess I'm just everything I say is so useless that you just default to ignoring me, Winter. Is that what it is?
No, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just
not listening.
Screw you. I just woke up.
There actually is a difference, because ignoring is deliberate.
Ignoring
Not
like,
listening is an accident.
Okay, ignoring is like that. You're talking to me now. I'm like, this is ignoring.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Fnatic are going to try it again. But as they go, BKB has been acquired. Ven ready to rock and roll. They're smoked up. It looks like they want to take this fight. The stun goes out, but is juked. Okay, he doesn't pop the BKB. Good news for Team Spirit. They are going to engage, and it smells like Ramses might get to go to work here looking for Ohio, but for the moment is getting locked down and disabled by the Roar. Not able to finish anyone off during the BKB. He does tank for some time, but then they turn and always want to fly, killing him too. Great hold there by Ohio. Iceberg likely to be next. Thrown up in the air, and it smells like Team Spirit are going to get run over in the mid lane. The Rax will fall. Melee first, and then potentially onto the ranged.
Middle barracks are under
Yeah, they'll
attack.
grab that too. Do they even stop now? Maybe just roll on the top lane. That was the big
Dire's
BKB
middle
reveal.
barracks has fallen.
Total disaster. And it was something we discussed before this game, Winter, at the end of the draft, was that they have really good control for a Sven. Whether it's a grip, a roar, and we saw it there. He didn't even get to fight.
mean, the idea was right though. They tried to surprise them. You know, it was a nature's guys or smoke.
Yeah, they smoked.
They smoked, so he
ran and he stormbolted, but the TA blinked out.
Yeah,
and then they got pulled into.
It was just difficult, but if they were able to pull it off, they would then most likely be able to burst the TA down from.
Yeah, it was just good reactions by mid one as well.
I mean, it's hard because it wasn't an instant stun, so.
Yeah. Well, I guess they don't have anything that is really
instant, yeah. Apart from the Yule,
cold snap.
The Yules, I guess.
But she had refraction up, I think. So.
So
you could have Yules. You're right.
Yeah,
that might have been better.
It was still difficult.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
So
attack.
not over yet. Goblik does have the eggs. Gonna get tougher.
The road is long for Goblak. Place his treants the seeds everywhere. Eyes of the forest everywhere.
I mean, Invoker is also gonna get a lot stronger now. He's already level 13. He can start maxing out the Wex. Max Exhort acquired. And his arsenal of spells to slow down a push will dramatically ramp up, whether it's throwing out the ice wall, just having a better deafening blast, or eventually that EMP tornado can really slow things down. So I wouldn't count Team Spirit out just yet.
It's just difficult. I mean, obviously, if given time, they have the lineup to be able to hold this game. But whether Fnatic gives them the time is another question. Roshan is going to be their next contention before they try and siege again. That would be the safest play. Obviously, just in case something happens, you have the Aegis to fall back on. 1 minute before it spawns, so I guess Team Spirit will have 1 minute to try and farm whatever they can, place as many eyes of the forest they can, hold their base.
Yeah, what's the progress on that? He's only gotten a few out near the top lane.
I mean, he just got it like a minute ago, so...
Yeah, it really does take some time, but it's gonna be... with the Beastmaster, you've got a great hero to deal with those.
Yeah, the wall axe, that's right.
The axes as well as just having the Hawk to scout about. In fact, you can already see that Hawk.
See Goblak.
That would actually be a pretty big pickoff.
They're gonna realize Roshan is up soon with the trap. That should signal the whole team to move over to the pit. See Mushi finishes his bots, has a plate meal.
Only 6 Bloodstone charges.
Yeah, he lost a lot, you remember the first time where he just died?
He had the 8, he lost a bunch, and then he got back up to 6, and I think that's been it since then. One concern I do have for Team Spirit is they have this Triags, but you can't really just spam it, because as Fnatic are close enough to breaking another lane that if you do, they might just go.
Yeah, you need map control to be able to just walk out of your base and place.
Well, and just to spam the ult to push.
They're not going for Roshan? They see the Roshan.
Fnatic, they want objectives here right now.
They don't think they need the Aegis.
Yules to set this one up. Mushi is he gonna live to regret that? The Stormbolt comes through, but the counter plays here from the Glimmer Cape. There's a forgotten item, Overgrowth. Everything committed onto Mushi, including the Deathborn. There's the defensive sleep, but he is gonna survive. Looks like he got sent back in the end, so Mushi out of the picture. But that also means they don't have one of their big damage dealers, as they will bring down Goblak. Ramsey's just eviscerated by mid one. The crits cleaving their way through the Team Spirit backlines, and now the sleep setup onto Iceberg. They're gonna juggle it off. Another 2-shot, almost getting him in one fell swoop. Mid one just tees off on Team Spirit, and that looks like the second lane and quite possibly the game.
If Mushi died there, they would have regretted not going for the Roshan.
They committed so much, but they just couldn't kill him in time. Great use of defensive sleep there, the Glimmer Cape, the Yule Scepter.
Yeah, the sleep actually made a huge difference there from that.
Just needed time for that send back to kick in, and he's right back in the picture now. Mushi up in front, finally above even, or above 0 with the Bloodstone up to 9. Deafening Blast gonna push him back, and Afterlife just gets jumped, run down by the angry Disco Pony. Hasn't finished him off yet, but Mushi zoning while the team takes objectives. Really doesn't even matter if he does go down. He will drop, but actually mid one, he decides he wants a piece of the kill, so they're not gonna kill off the towers quite as quickly as they would have liked, but this should be the mega creeps. And with that, Fnatic will advance to 2-2. Team Spirit down to 1-3. Gonna be a tough road for them. A little more cleanup before it's all said and done.
Yeah, the game plan just didn't work out for them because you have Treant armor plus Enchanters off lane, and your off lane early game goes like this. It's a really bad sign for the whole draft to work, because they needed the Enchanters to have some sort of early game impact, so she's able to keep the supports busy, number one, and buy a lot of time, delay the push from Fnatic. But because it was a free lane, she couldn't do anything. You saw how the champ played, like they just move from lane to lane, securing kills, and they just went to the Sven's lane and pushed down his tower because they didn't really need to do anything to the Enchantress.
So where do you think it all went wrong, specifically?
I think the lane is just tough for Enchantress though. Like when you pick Enchantress, you need to be able to survive in this lane, like I mentioned, and Fnatic made a really good move by blocking off. I think that was a huge difference.